Good evening, everyone. A couple of Christmases ago, my wife bought me this pretty rad, pretty cool Rikon bandsaw to replace my old plasticky Delta. And I only have one issue with it. That's the miter slot. 5/8. I have nothing to fit it. Until now. This old miter gauge, I think, came from a Delta Unisaw. I don't know that as a fact, and if you're watching this video and you do know who made this, please put it in the comments, because I'm very curious. It's super well made, and I've looked around doing the Google searches, and I haven't found anything that's exactly like this. The cool thing is, it was free. I already had it. There's kind of a local guy to where I live here in Southwest Missouri. Yeah, he collects old tools and stuff. He's a pretty interesting cat. Anyway, so he'll have garage sales from time to time, and when I can, I like to stop by and check out what he's got. I was buying a mini table saw, and I think my original Craftsman lathe. When I bought the table saw, he was like, "Hey, you need a miter gauge." And he ran out in his barn and brought me this one back. It's been sitting in my barn for probably 7 years. And when I was trying to think about how to solve the miter slot problem without, spending money or buying something cheap and crappy, that popped in my head, and I thought, well, the table saw was an odd size, and I remember him and I looking for one that fit right. So we got this one. It's actually in really great shape, but it was seized up just from sitting there in my barn, and it wasn't in great shape when he gave it to me. So it's really just about clean up. Cool thing is I got to use the rust remover gel. I've never tried that before. It worked great. Couldn't recommend it enough for odd shaped items or things you can't dunk. Put it in Evaporust, pulled it out, and it's just a matter of kind of cleaning it up. And to my surprise, even the paint was really, really well intact. So it was really just like, all right, let's go hard. Let's clean up a few things and, make it kind of nice. I have already used this thing so many times. Getting a nice 90-degree and often repeatable cut takes skill, it takes time, whatever, and this miter gauge really sped things up. Now the spring-loaded captive bead, you might say, was frozen in its cylinder, and as I was cleaning it up, I was putting oil in it, trying to see if I could get it to move again, and it definitely took some effort, but eventually it just popped right out. The spring was in great shape, and really there was no actual damage to it. Spring's intact, no big deal. What's nice about this is because the miter slot has fixed detents for your commonly used angles, that thing really comes in handy. Now I don't change the angle too often, but when I do, right? Even the piece of aluminum where the angles are stamped was in really great shape. Just a little bit of steel wool really cleaned it up. Now the bottom, to kind of help prevent rust, I don't know, I had this idea, why don't I just paint it? I don't know, the rest of the bottom's not painted. There was a lot of rough edges from the casting. Psychotically, I just enjoy filing. I didn't go too hard on this. I took down some of the edges and just kind of smoothed a few things out to make it, easier to touch. Not gonna, rip your finger off when you mess with it. I've been watching, different videos and tips and all that, and I learned, about soaking steel wool in WD-40 as a way to help prevent rust and give it a little bit of a cleanup as well. Not a crazy turnover from one thing to the other, but sometimes for me, working in the shop isn't about that. It's sometimes like I have something I need and I'm just going to work to put it together. And this wasn't even much of a really restoration. I could have just sprayed it down, cleaned it up, and it would probably have been fine. But if you're going to go to that effort, might as well make it nice. Off camera, I did create a sled out of plywood to use on the bandsaw, and the sled rules. It's great. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'm going to keep making videos. Check out Barret Grennon for the music. And yeah, man, have a great day.
I'm working